Hi guys, Victoria here from the Barn Door Boutique and Art Studio. How are y'all doing tonight? I thought I would do a video. I'm trying to do one of those little truck planters. So what I did is I got this little planter box at Joann Fabrics. It was just plain wood. I painted it. I kind of went with the same colors as the truck to kind of match it up. Then I got a piece of styrofoam and I cut it the length of the truck. It'll be placed in here. I'll glue it in the bottom. So I'm going to start. I've never made one of these before, so it's new to me. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. And let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this little cute leaf. I can always use it later for something else. I also made sure before I started I got a little red paint in case the embellishments might lift up a little bit. And get my little X-Acto knife. I'm going to try not to ruin, even if it might make a little bit. Oh gosh, I don't want it to rip. Let's see, I'm going to slide my X-Acto knife under because I don't want it to take off the pattern. So gently move it. Oh, I hope it doesn't rip off. Oh, it kind of did, but I can fix that. Let's see if I can take this off. It did kind of take a little piece of the paper, which I was hoping it wouldn't do that. And I'm going to try to see if I can save it by peeling it back off of the leaf. If not, I can use a little paint. Let's see what I can do. And it's not wanting to come off. Okay, so it's not going to come off, but I will do what I can to kind of just paint this little section that came off here, which I'm sure I can. So you take your X-Acto knife, and I want to detach the back from the front. So I'm going to peel this off a little. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of follow the line straight across so the pumpkins stay up here. There, let's try again. I'm just going to make it a little bit deeper. Hope you can see this. And be really careful. I'm going to score it again. Just give it a couple. This isn't a really good X-Acto knife. I probably should have one that's a little bit sharper. The deeper it goes, the easier I think it'll separate, and it's separated pretty good. Okay. All right, so before we start, I'm going to go ahead and paint this little piece that pulled up. So I saw, let's see, we've got orange. It's kind of a reddish orange. I'm going to grab my orange real quick, and I have red. So I'm going to kind of blend it in. I'm pretty creative. I think I can do it. And then while that's drying, we can go ahead with the rest of the project. Let's see, I got to find a good brush here. I want something really smooth. I think this will work. So I'm going to start with the red. To kind of fix this up a little bit. I think we're pretty creative enough to make it blend in, and then I'll go over it with some orange. Usually they come off a lot easier than this. This one was really stuck. It's looking pretty good already. I saw this on a DIY Pinterest, and I thought that is super cute. Wouldn't that be cute on my porch? So I thought, oh heck, I'll try it. Maybe I'll inspire someone else to make one. Fall is going to be here faster than we know it. I always kind of like to stay ahead of the game, be prepared, because as soon as fall is here, my mind is already thinking about Christmas. Okay, so I kind of just filled it in with red. And I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And then I'm going to go over it with brown and to make the square, and then some orange, and it should blend in nicely. So let's let that dry while I will continue. Okay, so what I did is I painted the box red, and I bought some, this here is called Excelsior. So I'm going to cover, you won't see the green in here because I'm going to cover it with this brown Excelsior. And I bought some lights to put in as well. So I got the box all painted. I tried to match it up with the truck. You can see how I did some red, then I kind of went in with some orange, and then also a little kind of, just a little bit of black to kind of make it look old. So while that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and get my glue gun going. Let me grab that. And I'll grab some glue sticks. Okay. Now, if anybody has come up with some really cute ideas for fall or Halloween, you know, I've made a couple Halloween wreaths, but I haven't seen too many things that have come out for Halloween. So anybody has some great ideas, share them with me. I'm always open to some new ideas. All right. Load up my glue sticks here. This leaf I should be able to do something with, maybe in another fall project. Or I could even put it on the wood piece. That would be cute. I'll find something to do with it. So as soon as that glue warms up, I'm going to fill this here. And this is going to be our planter box. And I will clean this up, clean the edges up a little bit with my little knife. This just feels like cardboard, but cardboard wood kind of, you know. I just want to get it so it looks real smooth. And then I'll go over it with a little bit of sandpaper to smooth it out. bit more here. Okay, and I will touch up with a little bit of orange paint. Just gonna go just on the top a little tiny bit. And I'll probably add just a little bit of black on the edges. This is going to be so cute. I think I'm going to go all the way around. Why not? Just kind of makes it look finished a little bit. And then I'm going to go on the edge with some black. I'm not sure how much video time this camera is going to give me, guys, but if it cuts off, I'll start over. I'll just add another section to it. This is just to make it look a little more finished. There we go. I'll get my black. And because it's showing a little bit of black around the edges kind of as an old look, I'm just going to kind of brush it. I've got a little napkin I'm going to try to use. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is just dip this just a little, and I'm going to dip it off and just go around the edges. I just want it to look kind of old and rustic. And this is a great little Dollar Tree DIY. There we go. What's great about these little Dollar Tree things is you can buy something that kind of looks cute already, but just give it a little farmhouse charm to it. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Set it aside. I'm gonna come in, this looks like it's pretty dry. We're gonna go ahead and add a little brown. Well, let's see, we'll add a little orange first. I'm trying to just blend it in with the rest of the truck. Let's see. Just take my brush. Now, I've already painted it red right in here. So I'm going to go over it with some orange, and I'm just blending it in with the truck. Not too heavy. I still want the red to kind of be a little bit there. But to kind of blend it in with the color of the truck. That actually worked out super good. See, the color of this orange is burnt. It says burnt orange. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to come in with a little tiny bit of brown because there was a little bit of brown around the edge. And actually, I think I got my lids mixed up. This is the red lid here. This is the burnt orange. Let's see. I'm going to go in with a little bit of brown. I don't know if you can see this. So I'm going to just kind of copy what was there. See if this has any. Just kind of rustic looking. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and come in with a little bit of red, and that should be perfect. I'm not even going to change or wash my brush on it. It's gonna... I like the mixture of the brown and the red. That's kind of what was there. So now it looks just completely normal. There you go. So that little piece right here that was on the side that was messed up, we got it blended pretty well. Okay, so we'll continue. But I do have to clean this. I'll let that dry and then we'll clean up the bottom on that one. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to glue our piece of styrofoam in. And just going to glue away. Sorry about that, guys. You know y'all have done this. So I have a trick of that. If I need another glue stick, I'll show you the trick I have to remedy that problem and not having to use your teeth to put your glue gun or glue stick in your glue gun. I think I'm going to have enough here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that in to the bottom. And then, oh, so when you're adding your glue stick, this is a little bit of trick I just wanted to show you. Oh, it's kind of dripping. Is you kind of just melt the glue stick a little bit on one end, and then you connect it to the other. So then when you're going through, you don't have to stop. Okay, that was just a little tip and trick for you. I'm going to add this brown Excelsior. I kind of just want to go around the edges first. This is really a fun, cute little project to do for a little porch. Something for your porch. And then putting the lights in is going to look really pretty. And I'm just going to fill it in with pumpkins and leaves to make it really festive. A little fall festive look. And I think that what I haven't seen, we will paint the other side of this. I'm going to do it like the red and the orange and the black as well, because we want this side to be like that. This is really messy. But it's so fun. Might be a little messy, but it's really fun. Okay, I think that's good. Gonna kind of spread it out. All right, I'm gonna put this aside. You can see what I've done in there. We glued in the styrofoam, and then we put Excelsior, brown Excelsior. It could be really any color, even if you have natural, whatever you have at home would work as well. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside for now and clean this guy up. Let's see. Let me just clean this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we touched this guy up in the corner right here, and I'm going to use my X-Acto knife. And see, this kind of came off like this. I'm going to just clean it up a little bit by shaving it down. I know you probably should be cutting away from yourself. I get it. Cut away from yourself. But I can't seem to have that much control. So I think we're all right though. But if you're doing this project with small kids, just make sure you're doing the cutting for them. Okay. So now you can see there was this black line here. I'm just going to go ahead and touch up that black line. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and paint this, and then I'll use the black line. Let me go ahead and do that. I'll rinse my brushes off. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead with the red paint first. Because this is going to show on the outside of your box. So you want to paint this part. And I'm just going to paint it, again, the same color as the front. I'm trying to match up this reddish orange color. Now, what you can do, you see that there is this little hole where the string was. So I'm going to paint that too. I have a little trick that I do. I'm going to put a dot of glue in the hole. Just a really small dot. I actually want to see it there. Okay, then I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm just filling it with glue is all I'm doing. Okay, we're going to let that dry. And I'm just taking off the string that was attached to that glue. And I'm going to do the same to the side. Just put a little dot to fill the hole. There we go. And we'll let that dry. And then that should cover enough for me to paint over it and cover the hole. So it'll fill the hole up a little bit. So you won't see that little, where the string was. Just a good little trick to do. They also make a smaller version of this little truck, and I think that would work too. It just depends on how big of a box that you're going to use. And this dries really fast. And it's pretty warm in here today, so it should be fine. It's drying as we speak. Okay, there we go. So I have painted that back, the back of it on all red. I'm going to touch up these little holes in the front. I'm just going to dab a little here and a little here. Again, I'm going to probably go over with a little tiny bit of orange just to kind of blend them in. But this red is just Anita's from Hobby Lobby, and it's called True Red. That's what I'm using. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go over it with a little bit of orange and a little bit of black. And I'm not going to be really careful about it because I want it to look really rustic. Keep with that rustic theme. Okay. So I don't need a lot of it. I'm just going to use the top of my lid for my paint palette. So I'm just going to use, I'm going to go just gently blend it in. You don't have to worry about being perfect. I just want to make it look with lines to blend in with the truck. You kind of see what I'm doing there? just blending it in. I don't want any definite streaks, so I just want to use it while the paint is still a little damp. But that actually worked out really nice. And I'm going to add a little black around the edges. Okay. Again, open up the black. This is black chalk paint is what I'm using for the edges here. It's just kind of a richer, deeper black, which I really appreciate. So I'm just going to go around the edges with a little squished up towel and dab that off a little on my hand. I use this is my palette, so just going to go around the edges a little bit. I like to dab off before I go in, so I don't put too much on. I'm just going real gently. I don't even have to get every little part. It's not important. Go. Yeah, perfect. Looks really good. Okay. I'm just going to add over these little dots. I wanted to put where I had the two little holes at right here. I'm going to just go in with them with a little bit of orange. Just because I don't want them to look like red dots. I don't really look orange either, but just going to kind of blend it in a little bit. That looks fine. So I went around the edges with the black just to kind of make it look. So what you can see here is, I'm going to pull this in to view so you can see the box. I'm going to move it here. And I'm going to glue. This is what we want. We want it to look like this. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. I will go in later and I'm going to drill 2 holes and put some screws into the back, just so it stays a little more sturdier. Okay? So this is what the back looks like. And I'm going to glue this. And I'm not doing too much because I'm going to go in with the drill and the screws. I'm just going to hold that there for a minute. Let it sit. Okay, it's on there pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a little line across the front just to hold it securely. There we go. So that's the front of the truck, or actually the back of the truck, I should say. And then this is going to be the back over here, which we need to paint this as well. So let's see how we're gonna, you see that, how that's going to go? And then we're going to fill it with pumpkins here and some greenery. Okay, so that's what we got there. Now I'm going to go ahead and paint the back of this guy. And I'll use this brush is better, I think. Because he is definitely going to show too. Got a couple little clumps. Take out. There we go. Sometimes if paint has been sitting for a while, it'll kind of get clumpy. And I'm just kind of doing this really fast so you guys can see, and I'm not trying to take up too much time as well. But I just wanted to share this with you. I thought it'd be so cute for like a little porch fall decoration. You can also cut holes where the lights are and put little lights. I think I'd like to do that as well. There's all kinds of things you can do. Let's see, is this gonna, let's see, it's gonna show this way. Yeah, okay, fine. I do think I want to paint the tires black because it's going to just show a little bit, but I think why don't we just do it? Why not? Right? Okay. I always put a little soap in my paint, my water bucket, because it rinses the brushes off so nicely. You don't have to get up and down to change your water. Okay, like I said, I think I want to kind of go in with the black for the tires. It's really not needed, but I'm just kind of a perfectionist that way. So I'm just going to kind of go in here. Other people that make these may not do that. So like I said, this is just something I like to do. Why not just take a little extra time, right? I just figured you got the paint out anyway, you might as well just do it. Okay, we'll let that dry. Let's see, it's going to go this way. Let's take a look at this. So So this would be the back of the truck, and then this would be the back of the cab of the truck. And I could see the little lights right here. I think I'm going to poke a hole there, and then I could do it with my drill and then stick little lights out the back. Wouldn't that be cute? So I think I'm going to do it because I'd like to see if it would work. Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to grab my drill. So I don't need really large drill bit. I just want to make sure that I do a big enough hole well, I hope it works. Let's try it. Right? Let's see if that light will fit in there. I think it needs to be a tiny bit bigger. I have to put my glasses on to see. Sorry, guys. I'm going to turn the lights on. There we go. See, the lights are on. I think the hole is going to be a little bit bigger. There we go. See, the little light will shine through like that. I'll make for the other side as well. I just like to go just a little bit of an extra step. Go through okay. Yep. That's what we wanted, just to kind of have a little okay. All right. So we're just going to sit this down like this. Just want to make sure that's going to look good. Okay. I'm going to mark it back here. I'll probably need to put a couple screws in, but I'm just going to glue it for now. Just make a little mark. More glue in there. So this is what we have so far. I'm going to go ahead and put a little more glue on the top just to hold it. Just going to put a line across. There we go. Okay, so I wanted to put the little lights in. Take the little strings off. And I want to make my lights so they're accessible. Or actually the battery pack, so it's, you know, very easy to get to. So I'm just going to, I think, put it back here. You won't see it because the leaves will be covered up. I'm just going to leave it kind of like that, and I can cover it up later with all the Excelsior. Put this all in here. Now, I do want to get the little lights for, let's see how we can do this. Poke this through the little hole that we drilled. Let's see, I'll start on this side. Well, yeah, I'll start on this side. Hopefully my hole is big enough. Let's see. I think my hole is going to be bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab a different size of drill bit. Hold on one second. Okay, I got my drill bit. My drill bit box, actually. I think we're going to need a bit bigger because the lights are going to have to kind of double up on it a little bit. So I'm going to just get a little bit bigger. Not too big, but enough for it to go, I think maybe this size. Okay. I appreciate your guys' patience, and I hope you're enjoying this tutorial. So I'm going to do a little bit bigger of a hole. See how that works. Okay, I think that's probably just right. Now we're going to be pulling and tucking, so with the lights, I'm not too worried. Good, there we go. Okay, got one in. Now let's get the other side. I'm just kind of pinching it together a little bit. Not too, I don't want to break the wires or anything, but I just need to get it through the hole. So let's see how we can do this. There, that one went in easy. Now if you can see if it looks lit up to you. This one came out, so I'll probably have to glue those. I'm going to take a little glue. I'm going to go ahead and glue so they don't pull out. There's one. There. That'll just help it from pulling out as I'm working with it. So I'm going to let it dry just a little bit. And I am going to go grab some greenery. Well, actually the fall leaves that we can use. There's all kinds of stuff. Here, I even have corn. All right, so we've got our fall greenery. So we've got a ton of things we can fill that up with. I even have some little pumpkins I can put in there. Let me see. But I kind of want to move around these little wires first. Isn't this so cute? I love how it's come out. Let me grab, just for, just to see. I want to see how these little cute pumpkins work in here. So I'm going to grab, I even have this really cute jewel tone. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. What we can work with. And I have these really cute flowers. Kind of like little mini, I guess you'd call these sunflowers. Maybe. So I'm going to cut off a few of these. Now remember that styrofoam is in there. So I can just start, you know, poking in these flowers. And I also have these really neat berries. These stems are sure heavy, so let me cut them down a little bit. I'm going to spread them out. I even have some little corns. More of these little flowers up here. Isn't this so cute for your porch? I just love it. Or even a table centerpiece. This would be really good. You can add in a pumpkin or one of these pumpkins if you want to lighten it up a little bit. I don't know. Could do a couple things with them. I'll probably put one of those in there. I kind of want to keep it a little light because the scape of the whole thing is a little dark. So I want to maybe use some of these real light toned leaves. Just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. What do you think, you guys? You like it? Isn't this awesome? I thought it was like the cutest little... for the dollar store. Come on, this is awesome. Now, I didn't get the little wooden box I got at Joann's. It was like $4. Not bad. So, you know, for about, this was made, well, oh, the lights, I'm sorry, the lights were like $6. So, 11, for about $12, $13. This is what this cost to make. The pumpkins I already had made from another project. But you can also get, I want to do lighter. You can also get the pumpkins at the dollar store. Look at how so cute this is. I was actually looking for larger lights, but I kind of like these really tiny lights. They're working out really good. So this is about an hour project. I would say maybe even a little longer because I painted the box before I came on. So, you know, it's definitely something you can do in one day if you have the time. For sure. And it's a real relaxing project. Very satisfying. So what I'm going to definitely do is I'll add some screws in the back, but this is holding up together very nicely. Let me add the lights in here a little bit more. I don't know if you can see the pumpkin, but you could fill this whole thing with pumpkins, right? Or some just fall leaves. So I think I'm going to work on this, and I'm definitely going to turn the light. I want to see if it's little headlights. I could also add this little purple pumpkin. I want to see if the headlights come up. I had some. I probably would build this up a little bit higher. Well, I don't want to really cover, maybe not. I don't really want to cover the this little guy. Let me turn off the lights. I just want to see what that would be like. You can kind of see. Isn't that cute? Now, I'd probably take this purple pumpkin out. I don't really like the purple in there. But you could add pumpkins to it. You could fill just the whole thing up without the fall leaves. You could probably just add all pumpkins up here. Cute little thing too. Let me see if I have a crow that would work. You know, I'm all into the crows this year. Yep, I do. I have this cute little crow I can add into the box. I think I will. But I don't want to take up your guys' time either. So let me see if I can get this to bend out for me. It'll snap off any minute. It'll snap off any minute, I promise. There we go. So wouldn't that look cute with a little crow sticking out? Voila! Isn't that cute? So I'm going to still kind of probably add some more Excelsior to the bottom. I made the light switch real easy to be accessible to turn off and on. The wire lights are great. These actually worked out so cute. Look at the little lights in the tailback. Didn't that look super cute? So I'll add some more. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really wanted to do this project with you all, and I just wanted to tell you too, I have, for the barn door boutique, I'm probably going to get started on some Christmas pretty soon. I'm pretty much done with fall, and so I'm really excited to get started. I got a lot of really fun Christmas ideas. Also, the Montana Girl Clothing Company. I've got all the new fall coming in, which I'm pushing out. It's 50% off right now on the summer clothes. So $10 for the cutest shirts. Go over to the Montana Girl Clothing Company, and I know you're going to find something you love. I don't have, I'm low on stock as far as sizes go, but I do have a lot of larges left, mediums and larges. So, and a couple extra larges. So anyway, you guys check it out. You probably will find something really cute you'd like. And then as soon as the fall line comes in, I'll let you all know. And that's the Montana Girl Clothing Company. And it's a website. So it's www.montanagirlclothing.co. Okay? All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging in there with me. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You all have a good night. Bye.